Okay, Sunshine Week started in 2002 in Florida, from what I understand, and because Florida has traditionally always had a very strong public records laws, and that's very good. Back then, the politicians were trying to make it harder for public records to be available. So a group of journalists got together and created Sunshine. Initially, it was started for one day, Sunshine Sunday, and it became a week, which is where we're at now, a week. I personally believe we should have at least a month to dedicate it to this, because there is a very strong need to educate the public and to educate the reporters. There's a lot of journalists out there who have no clue of what is available to them through public records, especially if you're dealing with police officers, police departments. When you're dealing with stuff that's under investigation, they'll clam up on you and they'll say, we can't talk. When in reality, there's a lot of ways around it. You can go, you can obtain different public records, and you can and basically tell the truth. You know, the laws in Florida are not restricted to reporters or journalists. Anybody can walk off the street. You don't have to tell them your name. You don't have to give them a reason. You don't have to fill out any paperwork. That's what they try to do to you. The cops, a lot of these public agencies, they say, well, you have to fill out this paperwork in order to get this public records. It's a formality, it's intimidation. A lot of people don't want to do that. They get confused. That's not required. There's no law that says you have to do this. So that's what we need to really educate people on. We need to tell people that they have the right. It doesn't matter if you're Joe Blow off the street, if you're making minimum wage at a Burger King, you have the same right as the guy at NBC to get those public records. And that's what we really need to continue educating people on. Well, the law will tell you we have a very open, transparent government. But you know, just because it says it on paper doesn't mean that's the way it is in reality. You walk into a police station expecting to get public records, you expecting them to know the law. Well, number one, they might not know the law, or number two, they might know the law and they'll pretend they don't know the law. So they'll tell you, well, you can't get these public records unless you fill out this paperwork and you give us your identification and you wait 3 days. Or you give us the reason why you need this public. We need to know the reason why you need these public records. Well, the law says that you don't have to go through these formalities. The law says you just walk in there and ask for the public records. You don't have to fill out any forms. I mean, it might help you. It might help them understand what you want if you write it down. But you can just say, I want to get this. I want to look at the daily ledger. Who's ever walking in and signing in. You know, there's so much going on. There's so much that's available to us as citizens that it's very important for us to know, because look, we're living in an age where the media is downsizing, they're laying off people. The reporters are not really, they don't really have the time to do the investigations that they normally would do. Traditionally, they used to do a long time ago. So we're living in an age where we are the journalists, we are the citizens. We have our cameras, we have access to the internet, and we have the laws on our side, at least in Florida. I can't speak for anybody else, because I know other states have different laws. But Florida, we have the Sunshine Law, and as corrupt as we are down here, we have this advantage that we have these laws that are on our side, that we can do our own investigation. We need to take more of an education process. I personally try to do on my blog, try to educate my readers about the public records. You know, my friends Joel and Robert Chandler, these guys are the experts of public records in Florida, and these guys we go into the Miami-Dade Police Department or the Miami Beach Police Department or into the Coral Gables Police Department, and we make a simple request, and it's amazing how they just don't respond. They will come up with all these excuses why they can't give you these public records. Well, yeah, just last month, and I posted this on my blog today, just last month we went into the Miami Beach Police Department, and this is a very high-profile police department. And this is a police department that's been featured on reality shows all for the last 10 years, because South Beach is hot, and they're very happy to be on camera. So we walked in there, me with my camera and Joel and Robert Chandler, asking for simple public records. And initially, the major was waving at us. He was waving at us from a balcony, Major Angel Vasquez, because he thought this is a reality show. He came down, it appeared to see maybe he wants to be part of this reality show. When he realized we were asking for public records, he did not want any part of it. He told me to turn off my camera. He said, this is a private business. He said, this is a private building. We're talking about a tax-funded police department, a very state-of-the-art police department with high ceilings. that the residents have paid a lot of money for, and is maintained by our tax dollars. And he's claiming that's a private business in a private building, so he can't talk to us on camera. So he says, turn off that camera, or else I won't talk to these guys. A lot of people will be intimidated. A lot of people will say, yes, sir, I'm going to turn off this camera because I don't want to be arrested. I happen to know the laws a little bit better than most people, even though I have been arrested for standing up for my rights, and I have been acquitted in those cases. But I said, no, I'm not going to turn off the camera. And he realized that I knew the law, so he backed off and said, well, I'm not going to talk to you guys, which was his right. He's not obligated to talk to us, but he walked back in his office, and this is the second highest ranking police officer in that police department. Well, he's refusing to talk to us because we have a camera. Well, that tells us that what do they have to hide? We're asking for a simple public record that was on display in front of their lobby, and he can't deal with us because he's afraid of the camera. So there's no transparency there, and
why they are afraid of the camera?
Well, in this case, the Miami Beach Police Department has really had a scandalous few years. And if you go back a few years, in the last several years, there's scandal after scandal after scandal, and they just don't want to be exposed. They'd rather operate. They want to film us. You go all over Miami Beach. There's cameras all over, and you walk into that police department. They're filming us, which I'm fine with. I have nothing to hide, but they don't want to be filmed. And the ones who do know their rights, well, they know there's still a price to pay for standing up for those rights. Because just because you know your rights doesn't mean you won't be incarcerated, you won't be beat up, you won't be shot, you won't be tased. Just because you know your rights doesn't mean anything. It just means that you might win in the long run if you make it that far. If you're able to pay the legal bills, if you're able to dedicate yourself to fighting a case. So they have that. The cops I was saying, you can beat the rap, but you won't beat the ride. I've beaten the rap several times, but I have not beaten the ride. They put me in jail. They handcuffed me. I've been abused. I've been thrown in jail for crimes that I did not commit, for taking pictures, for recording, for standing up for my rights, and being very upfront about it. They don't like that. Those nights I spent in jail will never be given back to me. And I have to write those off. I have to think of the future, and so it's just an ongoing battle. My blog, I've been fighting it for 6 years, not just doing my things, but educating the public, my readers, with other people's cases, educating them about their rights, and people are learning. One thing I've noticed in the last 6 years, and I call it an intellectual uprising. We have people now. People are really understanding their rights, and we're seeing an uprising of sorts, but it's not a violent uprising like we have throughout history. It's an intellectual uprising where people are more informed about the laws than the cops who are paid to enforce those laws. And now we're living in a time where we're fighting back. We're fighting back. We're not fighting back physically or with guns because we will lose that. We're fighting back with cameras, and we're fighting back by exposing the truth. And that's just one step. The other step is we're going back to Sunshine Week, is to learn our rights when it comes to getting the public records. So we have the right to go into that police department and ask for that police officer's personnel file. We have the right to find out whether he's been disciplined before through internal affairs. We have the right to see, how much he gets paid, how long he's been in the force. Where, that's something that really unsettles them because police want a lot of privacy. But they have to learn that if they're going to play the game, if they're going to play the game like a lot of them have been playing, then we will play the game too. We will remain within the law. The law is on our side, and they have to remain within the law too, and that's the problem. A lot of them are not doing that.